When Delhivery's story began, India's online shopping boom was just starting, and the country's roads, godowns, and truck networks were still old style and broken. In 2011, in a corner of Gurgaon, 5 friends, Sahil Barua, Mohit Tandon, Bhavesh Manglani, Suraj Saharan, and Kapil Bharati, sit with a simple idea. What if they solve the everyday problem of getting food and flowers delivered quickly in one city? They registered a company called SSN Logistics and started doing hyperlocal deliveries for neighborhood restaurants and shops. It was a small business with scooters, phones, and handwritten notes, but it taught them speed, reliability, and the messy reality of Indian addresses. Very soon, a casual meeting changed everything. A young e-commerce brand called Urban Touch, which was selling fashion and beauty products online, was frustrated with delays and misplaced parcels. The founders of Delhivery realized that the real opportunity is not just taking biryani from point A to point B, but building a reliable logistics backbone for India's rising online retail. In June 2011, they began servicing Urban Touch, and by August, they had already started pivoting sharply from hyperlocal food and flowers to full-fledged e-commerce logistics. Instead of only a few neighborhoods, they were now thinking in terms of cities, hubs, and routes. This early pivot was the first big lesson in their journey. Listen to the market, and do not be afraid to change the original plan when a bigger problem appears. Money and scale follow this clarity. In early 2012, Delhivery raised its first external funding, and over the next few years, more investors joined in, including Times Internet, Nexus Venture Partners, Tiger Global, Carlyle, and others. Each round was used not for fancy offices but to extend routes, build new centers, and hired people. By 2015, Delhivery was present in over 1,000 Indian cities and handling more than 150 million shipments a year. Numbers that would have sounded impossible back in that small Gurgaon office. The company learned to manage cash on delivery, returns, warehouse storage, and seasonal spikes like Diwali sales. It slowly became the plumbing behind many e-commerce checkouts, even though most consumers still only saw the name on a shipping label. From here, Delhivery slowly stopped being just a courier and became an integrated logistics platform. It started providing services for express parcel delivery, part truckload, PTL freight, full truckload FTL movement, supply chain solutions, and cross-border shipping. Fashion brands, electronics makers, FMCG companies, B2B manufacturers, and direct-to-consumer startups all plugged into its network. What made this possible? WB was not only trucks and warehouses but code. The founders always treated logistics as a technology problem. They built their own warehouse management system known as GoDam, transport management system, Transport One, and later an operating system called OS1 that lets clients plug in through APIs and build custom supply chain applications. Algorithms decided routes, forecast volumes, and even help plan where to open the next center. As the years passed, the numbers became huge. By 2024, Delhivery had moved more than 2.8 billion parcels in total, serving around 18,700 PIN codes and offering over 18 million square feet of logistics space to thousands of businesses. A historical milestone in its journey. By the end of financial year 25, its own annual report showed a logistics infrastructure of about 20.10 million square feet, 85 fulfillment centers, 45 automated sort centers, and automated sorting capacity of roughly 8.2 million parcels a day. The network reached over 18,800 PIN codes and serves more than 40,000 active customers, while generating direct and indirect work for more than 1,600 people across India. In financial year 25 alone, Delhivery carried goods worth about rupees 2.34 lakh crore, delivers 752 million express shipments, and earned nearly rupees 89,300 crore in revenue from services, with a profit after tax of about rupees 1.6 thousand crore. A sign that the business, after years of heavy investment, is finally settling into sustainable profitability. On the funding side too, the journey tells a bold story. After multiple rounds, Delhivery became a unicorn in 2019 when it raised about $413 million in a big Series F round, valuing the company at roughly $1.5 billion. In 2022, it stepped into the public markets with an IPO of about rupees 5,000 235 crore, around $675 million, listing on the NSE and BSE. For a company that started with food and flowers, ringing the bell at the stock exchange is both a financial milestone and a psychological one. It proves that logistics, long seen as a dusty, low-tech sector, can create a modern tech-driven giant. But the road is far from smooth. From the beginning, Delhivery is fighting three big battles simultaneously. The first is India's physical reality. Broken roads, monsoon-flooded streets, patchy infrastructure, and confusing addresses. The company invested in address intelligence tools like AdFix to geocode tricky locations and uses AI to improve last-mile routing. But there are still days when parcels are delayed because a lane has no name or a bridge is shut. The second battle is operational quality. Handling hundreds of millions of packages means some will be damaged or delayed. Delhivery has to keep tightening processes to reduce breakage, manage returns, and meet strict service level agreements. The third is cost. Trucks, fuel, tolls, warehouses, labor, and technology all cost money. And in a price-sensitive market, customers always push for cheaper rates. Competition makes things harder. Blue Dart, Express Bees, Shadowfax, Ecom Express, and even large e-commerce players building their own fleets all fight for the same shipments. Price wars push logistics firms to offer rates that barely cover costs. For several years after the IPO, Delhivery's revenue keeps growing, but its net profit remains under pressure. And its stock price on the markets swings up and down as investors worry about margins. The company faces exactly the type of problems many startups do. How to grow fast without losing control of unit economics, how to spend on technology and infrastructure today while promising profitability tomorrow. At the same time, Delhivery keeps strengthening what you might call its hidden armor. Its strengths. By the mid-2020s, it has one of the most extensive logistics networks in India. With tens of thousands of last-mile delivery centers, a dense web of gateways and processing centers, and fulfillment facilities that can handle everything from beauty products to industrial parts. Its tech stack, from automated sorters to data-driven dispatch and route optimization, allows it to run hubs almost like factories, with real-time tracking and continuous monitoring. Its diversified portfolio, express parcels, PTL, FTL, warehousing, cross-border, SaaS and data solutions, means it is not dependent on a single revenue stream. These are classic strengths in a SWOT view: a strong network, deep technology, and a wide range of services. Yet the weaknesses are equally real. Profitability has been patchy, and returns on equity and assets have often been negative or low because of heavy upfront investment. The company is still partly vulnerable to a handful of large e-commerce clients, even though it has diversified over time. Logistics also remains a business where a small operational slip, like a big festival season mishandled or rising fuel prices not passed on in time, can hurt margins quickly. Such weaknesses keep Delhivery under constant pressure to keep improving costs, automate more, and push for rational pricing in the industry. On the opportunity side, Delhivery is in the right place at the right time. India's e-commerce and third-party logistics markets are expected to keep growing strongly, especially in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities where more consumers are coming online. Direct-to-consumer brands, omni-channel retailers, and small exporters all need reliable logistics partners. Delhivery's investments in cross-border services, software-as-a-service platforms, and data products position it to ride this wave not just within India, but also across the Asia-Pacific region. At the same time, government programs like the National Logistics Policy and Gati Shakti aim to reduce logistics costs and integrate different modes of transport, which can multiply the impact of Delhivery's own network. The threats are more subtle but serious. As large platforms like Flipkart and Meesho build their own delivery arms, some volumes may move in-house. Newer players keep entering the market with aggressive pricing, risking another round of margin pressure. Regulatory changes, new road rules, tax norms, data regulations can force sudden operational shifts. Global macro cycles can affect online spending and export flows. In short, Delhivery must keep running fast just to stay in the same place. To handle all this, Delhivery used scale and strategy. It acquired Spoton Logistics in 2021 to deepen its B2B presence and buys Transition Robotics to explore drones and advanced tech. In 2025, it made a bold move. by acquiring a 99+% stake in rival Ecom Express for around rupees 1,400 crore, consolidating share in e-commerce logistics and bringing a large network under one roof. After regulatory approval, the company quickly brought much of Ecom Express's volume onto its own platform and shifted old client contracts to more rational, volume-linked pricing instead of loss-making, below-cost deals. This, combined with better truck utilization and higher PTL margins, helps Delhivery report a Q1 FY25 net profit of about rupees 91 crore, with EBITDA margins rising to around 6.5%. Alongside, Delhivery experimented with new models that reflect how Indian consumers now live. It launched Delhivery Direct, an on-demand intra-city pickup and delivery service that can send a two-wheeler or mini truck to your doorstep within minutes, first in Ahmedabad and then in Delhi NCR and Bengaluru. It also sets up Delhivery Rapid, a network of in-city dark stores that let brands offer 2 4-hour delivery in big cities, competing with quick commerce players. By FY25, these services are live in cities like Bengaluru, Chennai and Hyderabad, with plans to expand to other metros. These moves show how the company keeps shifting from just long-haul parcel mover to end-to-end speed partner for the new India. Behind the numbers is also a human story. Delhivery's network supports more than 106,000 people, including on-roll staff, off-roll workers and gig delivery partners. And the company has been building all-women centers and inclusive hiring programs in different parts of the country. People sorting parcels in night shifts, drivers crossing states, and warehouse teams operating high-speed sorters are the ones who turn the company's technology into actual movement of goods. The founders often emphasize a culture of getting their hands dirty, staying close to ground operations and using data, not politics, to make decisions. For entrepreneurs, Delhivery's story offers several clear lessons, even when told as a simple tale. First, it shows the power of spotting a real pain point or need gap. The founders did not invent a fancy problem. They saw that India's online retailers simply could not trust existing logistics, and they went deep into that gap. Second, it teaches the value of pivoting or adapting early. Had they stuck stubbornly to restaurant deliveries, there would be no logistics giant today. They listened to a single client's need and redesigned the entire business around e-commerce. Third, Delhivery proves that our technology is not a side function. It is the spine of a modern operations-heavy business. By building their own systems for warehouses, transport, data, and even SaaS products, they created a moat that is hard for copycat players to cross. Fourth, the company shows that scale and trust must grow together. Delivering billions of parcels across almost the entire country requires not only capital and trucks, but also trust. From customers who hand over inventory, from consumers who expect timely deliveries, and from investors who fund long-term bets. Finally, Delhivery's journey is a reminder that growth and profitability are a balancing act, not a race to a single finish line. There were years of fluctuating margins, volatile stock prices, and questions about sustainability. Instead of chasing every contract at any price, the company is now pushing the industry towards rational pricing and sustainable economics, even if that means slower volume growth in the short term. For any founder, this is a powerful message. Scaling fast is exciting, but building a business that can live through many cycles is what truly matters. Today, as Delhivery moves goods worth lakhs of crores, touches almost every pin code in India, and experiments with drones, dark stores, and instant deliveries, it stands as a symbol of what can happen when a simple idea meets bold execution and patient learning. Its trucks and vans, moving day and night, tell a quiet but important story. In the new India, technology does not live only in apps and screens. It rides on highways, knocks on doors, and turns ordinary parcels into proof that ambition, when combined with discipline, can travel very far. Please give your expert comment in the comment box and please subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.